At about 6:30 this morning, we left this spot here with 2 trucks loaded down with water and beans and food and socks. And we drove out into an area of the desert south of here, south of the town of Ajo. This is full.
That's full.
Yeah. I've been Jeff Reinhardt. I've been involved in No More Deaths. I first came out here about 6 years ago, and kind of on a whim, kind of on a fluke, but I decided I needed to come back. And a couple years ago, I moved out here, moved out to Tucson, Arizona, and started putting water out in the desert whenever I could. So these hikes are further than anything we hiked yesterday. Up here, the dangers involve, I mean, first of all, people are being trafficked in a way where there is no choice but to use the cartels to cross the border. It is very rare that a person would cross on their own or hire a coyote or a guide who is outside of the mafia system. You know, it used to be sort of entrepreneurs in northern Mexico, but now it's all controlled by, like, this area on the other side of the border is controlled by the Sinaloa cartel. Whew. We're almost there.
Yeah, it's already kind of fucked up. Drinking it in and setting it out. Same rate, pretty much.
Yeah. Tim's cool as a cucumber, though. Look at him.
Oh, yeah. Really good, Tim.
So what are you stopping for?
Oh, wow, we're damn close. For all the people who don't know, water drop generally consists of these gallon jugs in a strategic location in a place where we think lots of migrants are crossing through the desert. And it provides water, food, and we also put some socks in a bucket over there. In case it rains, people can change into new socks. And yeah, we've got hundreds of these things throughout this Sonoran Desert. All right, I see the flag for the drop. It's 500 feet that way. So should I just go check on it or come back here? All right. I hiked this trail that we call Triple Shrine. It goes to all these shrines. And, you know, being at the shrines, which are in some disrepair, but, like, you know, people put candles out there and memoirs of loved ones, hermanos and hermanas who have been lost or missing in the desert. And that left quite an impression on me, and it took me a few years to get back here after that, but it stuck with me, just seeing those shrines and, you know, seeing the faces and the people who are most affected by this violence out here. Very little cloud cover, intense sun, long walks. Each one of these walks was at least a mile to the drop point and a mile back. And man, we beat ourselves up because, you know, every gallon of water is 8.5 pounds. So if you're carrying 6 waters and a crate of beans, which is also about 8 pounds, you know, that's like 60 pounds or so on your back. It was, yeah, it was a good day. I feel good about the day, but, you know, I'll tell you, you do a few of these days in a row and your body takes just a incredible beating. You know, I used to do theater, and one of the things I loved about doing theater, especially political theater, was embracing the pain that comes with painful theater. You know, doing puppetry and holding your body in difficult positions and thinking about the people in detention or the people in prison who are suffering much worse than you are, and how you're trying to represent that and how you are experiencing that. And on some level, what attracts me to this work is that theatrical component. We're feeling, I think, very much, we're sharing the pain, the suffering, the desperation, and at times the hopelessness that anybody who crosses this desert is almost bound to. So I hope that someday we look back at this as we look back at slavery and in our future utopia here that we're going to hopefully build someday, that we can look back at this a lot like we look back in the United States before the 1860s, which is, how did we let this go on?